show you the exercise routine that I use to help control my fibromyalgia. I've actually had friends ask me what I do when I work out, and so I thought it'd be easier to show them than actually write it down. So, I'm obviously not a supermodel, but what my body is it's strong, it's flexible, and it heals really quickly after falls. And for those of us with fibromyalgia, we know that falling is kind of a part of life. When our balance gets knocked off, we tend to fall for what would seem no apparent reason. So it's really great to have a strong body where the muscles know how to repair themselves and get back into shape quickly. The other interesting thing with fibromyalgia is we all know that when we sit for too long or even for a short period of time, our bodies get so stiff that you get up and you're just trying to cross the room, but you look like a tin soldier. And with this exercise routine, I'm able to move about a lot more fluidly and gracefully, which I really appreciate. So this exercise routine is a mixture of ballet, Pilates, stretching, and strength training. I don't do any big jumping, jawing motions because my body doesn't respond well to that anymore. So this is a combination of a lot of different exercise videos and things that I've done in the past, plus my ballet training from when I was younger. And I just find that it really works well for me. And then if you want to work with me, if you would like me to help you develop your own exercise routine that helps with your condition, I am more than happy to do that. All my contact information will be below, and you can check that out, and I would be happy to hear from you. And in the meantime, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you can help this into your lifestyle as well, because it would be so much better for you to be able to control your fibromyalgia than to have it control you, which is exactly what I've been able to do with the health changes I've made in diet, exercise, and in my confidence as well. So I hope, again, that you'll enjoy this, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Hi, so welcome to the intermediate video for this 3-video series. And we're starting with plies in first position. Arms are in second position, and for most of the exercises in the intermediary video, they're going to be about 20 of each exercise. So you want to have your heels together, your toes out for as wide as is comfortable for you, and that you can gently get your knees over your toes. And that's really important. You also want to keep it really gentle. Now this is our second exercise. Our feet are in second position and our arms are doing a port de bras. It's to a count of 8. So we do about 40 of these if you're counting by seconds, just because it's a nice even number to get the blood flowing and to get everything comfortable and flexible. Okay, so now we're going for our weights. You can use whatever weights are comfortable for you. Mine are 5 pounds each, but you could even start with just a water bottle with water in them if you don't have weights of your own. These are just squats. We're doing about 20 of those with your arms raised. Having your arms raised like this doesn't seem like much, but it is actually takes a lot of muscle energy to do this, and will help make your exercise routine just maximize everything that you can do for this session. So now we're going to be doing lunges with the weights. Again, arms out. We're going to do 20 on each leg. And again, it doesn't look like much, but after a while, those arms are going to get tired. If you need to bring them down, that is totally fine. When they feel ready, raise them back up again, and that will help to burn more calories, and it will strengthen your upper arms. It does look a lot easier than it is. So take breaks as necessary. The most important thing is that you just keep going. With FM, some exercise days are going to be better than others. So don't beat yourself up if one day you can easily do this and the next day your muscles just don't want to. Do what you can do. You don't ever want to hurt, and you don't want to pull anything. So when your body tells you enough, you always need to listen to that warning and go with that, because we want to keep flexible. We don't want to have any injuries. Okay, so now we're going down to our floor, and we're going to go on to our back. The one thing with this exercise routine is that I don't do anything that you're jumping up and down constantly. I try to keep all the exercises in one position, because I find with myself I can get dizzy very quickly if I go up and down too fast, and we don't want to lose our balance, especially with FM. So these are called kneeling twists. This is something I've added fairly recently, but it really helps getting your flexibility. Again, 20 is what we're going for with this one. And again, if you can do more than that, by all means, do more than that. But I just wanted to give a moderate increase to the amount of reps that I do in the actual exercise routine that I do on a regular basis. Okay, so now we're going to go onto our back for this next group of exercises. And this is just a hip flexor stretch. It will also help bring out any kinks that you've got in your back. So you want to take one leg over to one side. Your head is going to go in the opposite direction. And if you've slept funny through the night or any of those kind of things, it will help getting you back into alignment. Again, if you want to go for longer than 20 seconds, that is fine as well. I just chose 20 seconds for just the ease of this video. But sometimes if I feel like I need a longer stretch, I will do so. And again, always do a reverse stretch to help limber back up again. So now we're going to go with our Pilates leg raises. Eventually you're going to want to try to get both of them to come up together. But for some people this can be a really tough exercise to do. So you can do one leg at a time. You could do it with one knee bent, raising the other one until you have the abdominal strength to do both of them at the same time. And you can also keep your toes pointing. See there's the one leg at a time. This is just a modification so that you can do what works for you, because in the end this is your exercise routine. I have just kind of mashed together a whole bunch of stuff that I have learned in different videos and exercise classes I've done over the years that work the best for me. And then after you feel ready to do them together, you can. And then again, you're going to want to stretch that out, because that is quite a workout. Okay, so now we are doing, we're just stretching out. And these are going to be the ballet reverse butt lift. And these are going to be the singles. So you're just going up and down. Again for 20. If you want to do more, do more. If you're finding them tough, then do less. The thing that makes them the ballet butt lifts is the fact that the heels are up off the ground. Kind of hard to see with my weights where they're located, but I'm actually up on my toes. So again, if you need a modification, just put your feet flat on the floor, so your heels down, and then they'll just be regular butt lifts. this really also helps your abdominal core and of course your butt. And now we are going to do holds. So it's a reverse butt lift, but you're going to hold for about 10 seconds. If 10 seconds is too much, you can go for 8 or 12, whichever works best for you. But just gentle and then as many as you can manage. So you'd hold for about 10 seconds and do about 20 reps for this one. And again, your heels are off the ground for this one, and if that's too tough in the beginning, just put your heels down. You'll still get the same workout from doing that. And then as time progresses, you can lift your heels back off the ground. The balance that you get from having your heels off the ground really does help to intensify the workout and gets more muscles working as you go. So this one is the abdominal curls. So it's not a full sit up, it's just a curl, feet on the ground. Again, we're doing only 20. If you can do more, great. If you want to do less, totally fine. What's even better is if you find you need to stop, that you just start again and continue until you get to 20. These might be new for a lot of people. This is ballet bar, and this is something that ballet dancers that are injured will do to while their bodies are healing. And it's a lot gentler on the body, but it keeps the muscles activated so that once they are fully healed and ready to go back to dance again, they won't be eons behind the other dancers trying to get their bodies back into shape. So it's basically a reverse plie. Your feet are out and then you're pointing your toes. This one is harder than it looks, so you may find that 20 is too much, and again, totally fine. Do as many as you can, and then either keep going or take a rest. Again, this is another one for ballet bar. It's kind of like flattes, I believe they're called. And so you just legs are going in front of each other. Really helps work your abdominal muscles and your legs. And again, tougher than it looks. So do as many as you can. And it will help. And now back to one that I think everyone's familiar with. This is the bicycle. And you can do as many as you like. I'm only doing 20 for this one. In the more advanced one, the one I do on a regular basis, I do about 160, I think. But again, do as many as you can, what feels good for you. And this one is ballet sit-ups. So it's more of a full sit-up, but the momentum of your arms helps to get you up and bring you down again. So again, if it's too much, modify as you can, do as many as you can, take a break, and then do some more. But anywhere between 15 and 20, you're really going to start to feel the burn. So this one's a really good one for your abdominals, and the arms help give you the momentum so that you're not straining your neck. If you feel you're straining your neck, then you can always skip this. Any exercise in this is totally skippable if it's not working for you. And again, don't go until you're hurt, go until your body is telling you enough. And just keep it rhythmic, keep it gentle. Okay, so now we're going to roll over onto our tummies, and we're going to go with the planks. So you want to try and get as flat a back as possible. If you need to modify, you can do your knees. And if you need to take a breather, go ahead. And now we're going into push-ups. If you can do full push-ups, that is awesome. I just always do, I think they call this the woman's push-up, or because it's on the knees. You don't want to be right on your kneecaps, be just above your knees. And I've just always done it this way. And but if you can do full-on push-ups, that's wonderful. And again, just take breaks as you need them for as long as you need them. These are our ab twists, and they really help with your abs and your back and your butt and your legs. So it's a really great all-around exercise. Again, I'm only doing 20 right now. I usually do about 100 when I'm doing my regular workout. Okay, and these are now going to be our side planks. Again, only going to be counting for about 20 seconds. And I usually do about 100 on each side. There are modifications you can do for this as well. You can keep instead of having your arm over your head, you can have it planted in front of you to try to help your balance with that. And you may feel yourself starting to lower, and then you can always just raise yourself back up again, or come down if you need to for a break. And then we have our donkey kicks to the back. Again, we're only doing 20 on each side. And your arms, your elbows are going to want to bend, but you want to try to keep them as straight as you can. So as you realize that your arms are starting to go down, just firm them back up again so that you can get the most out of this exercise. But you can take your time, keep it gentle and fluid, and they're done before you know it. And then of course do a nice stretch, because that's a lot of work for your lower back. So now we're going to go on to our arms exercises. And okay, so you're going to want to keep your facing down. You want to squeeze your arms as close to your body as possible so they're not swinging too much. So, and then just straight up and back. You're not bringing it forward, just back and up. And you're going to pulse for 20. Again, keeping your arms pulled in, sucked into your sides as much as possible. Then we're going to bring them forward and back. And if you keep your knees bent with this, it helps with your balance, and it also intensifies the exercise because then your body is trying, not only worrying about your arms, but also the balance in your legs. And that actually burns a lot of calories just doing that. And again, your body will slowly start to rise, very common. So if you feel yourself up too high, just bend your knees down again and intensify that. And now we're going to do them behind our head. I've got rather large weights there, so I can easily hold them together. Be careful of catching your hair though, that can be something that happens quite frequently. And now you're just fluttering in and out and holding them behind your head. And that helps keep your arms strong. Okay, so now just your alternate. And this one again is harder than it looks. Your arms will get tired. If you need to take a break, go ahead. And again, if you want to do more than just 20, go ahead. And the higher you get your knee, the bigger the exercise. And then just as we're starting our cool down, these ones are a little bit easier to do, and helps your arms to relax a bit too, because they've been working pretty hard for the last little bit. Okay, so now we're going into our cool down, and it's mostly stretching. Don't skip this part. Really, really important for FM, to make sure you give your body a really good stretch afterwards in any kind of exercise that you do. So that you don't pull anything, and just to give it a chance to relax. Again, with these stretches, if you want to go for more than 30 seconds, go for it. There are some times where I feel that my body needs more of a stretch than others, so by all means do that. And again, by bending your knees while you're doing this exercise, you're still giving your body a good workout. And then we've got our stretching in second position, with our hands over our head. I usually do about 8 of these. Okay, and this is just to stretch out your back, and you're trying to pull your arms as forward as possible over your head. It's a really good stretch to work out their back muscles, because they worked really hard doing the arms exercises. This inverted position also is very good for circulation and for relaxation. Again, you just want to stretch. The more you do this, the more flexible you'll become. So if you can't quite reach where I am, that's totally fine. And just stretch down. You can hold onto your legs a little bit higher if that helps you. Okay, and now we are on to our floor exercises. So legs out as wide as is comfortable for you, because it's not always like my legs don't go, I can't go out any further than this. I did have some hip dysplasia when I was born, so my legs can only rotate from the hips so far. So if you can go further than that, wonderful. And if you're not reaching out that far yet, that's great too. And when you stretch your arms out and come down, that gives you an even deeper stretch around your back. And again, if you can't reach all the ways to your toes, you can always just hold on, have your hand a bit further up your leg for this one. And again, as far as you can go down is great, because the more you do this, the more flexible you're going to become. You'll be able to get lower over time. Sometimes I'm stiffer than other days, and so in counts of 10, I'll breathe in and then try to push down a little bit further, and that will help me help the muscles to respond well, so that they can so you can get down for the full stretch. And again, if you want to do more than 20 seconds for each of the, or 30 seconds I think I do for these, that's great. Just as long as your body will tell you how long you need for a stretch. And there are days that I go for a lot longer than 30 seconds. Now we're going into the butterflies, and so you're going to pulse for about 20 pulses, I guess, or 20 seconds worth of pulsing. And then you're going to try to pull your knees as close to the ground as possible. In the beginning, if you want to kind of push them down with your elbows to get a bit of a better stretch, that's fine. But after a while, you can just use the strength of your leg muscles to try to pull your knees to the ground. And that way you're not going to be pushing too hard, because if you're using the muscles of your legs to do that, you're not going to end up doing too much, doing any damage. I do about 3 sets of this one, but again, if it feels good and you want to do more than that, you sure can. And then just to round it out, just bouncing the legs, stretching them out. They've done a lot of work, and I always feel a lot more revitalized after I do this exercise. So there you go. You've just completed your the intermediate version of the FM exercise plan. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and look forward to seeing you in the next one.